Okay, what up, what up? So in the last video, I just misclicked the unrecording button, so that's why the video just got ended in the middle of the video. It was just 30 minutes, right? And it's supposed to be about 1 hour. Yeah, I just misclicked the button, so it's kind of fuck. But anyway, we now back to another video here. And in the last video, we stopped here in the part 3. So yeah, let's get started in here from here. So the part 3. There's 4 questionnaires, and after this we have a writing part, but I will just gonna speak about it. Not gonna write anything. Do you agree or disagree? I think it's just a yes no question, so just gonna take for about like 1 second to answer it. Nah, but maybe let's try to talk about why or how or whatsoever. So yeah, let's get right into the video. The first question here. I feel like I don't even feel curious. I don't feel like time to do this anymore. It's just like it's so sad doing nothing but just to answer them sit all of these dumb questions. To improve my fluency, yeah, there's no other way though. Yeah, even if it is so bored, you still have to do it though. Yeah, let's go. Accept though. Accept it. Even you don't like it. Doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You should not do it. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't make sense, but anyway. Is it easier for young people to change? To change? What do you mean by change? Yeah, personality or safe, body safe? Maybe I will talk about both of that aspect, huh? So young people, maybe about 20 years old or something like that. So at that age, the mindset can still be changed pretty simple. It's not as hard as some millennial, like someone who is in his their 50s. It's extremely hard for them to change the mindset, the perspective at that moment. Because okay, it's also depend on the person though. Because if they have some open mindset, some growth mindset, then it should be no problem even when they are very old or they are young. Yep, it's also happened to the young people if whether they possess started a fixed mindset, then it could be like actually impossible for them to change any kind of perspective on themselves. So it depends. It doesn't matter whether they are young or they are old. It depends on the kind of mindset they possess, they have. So yeah, but I think if we talk about young people here, maybe we should prefer to the majority of the population, right? Majority of the young people. So I think with young people nowadays, they are Gen Zs, right? So they should have a growth mindset nowadays. Maybe the majority of people will have to. So yeah, a growth mindset it will be kind of simple if they just realize that something is wrong about them. Then definitely they will want to change that part of of themselves. So my short answer is yes, and the long one is that it's hard, and it's your personality, right? If we are talking about the perspective here about the notion, the stance, then it would be extremely hard because its perspective is already get in hand, right? No, not in hand, but it's got ingrained into your brain for a long time. So it's gonna extremely hard to get rid of that. But it's not impossible if you have a growth mindset. And if you want to know how, then you just I just talked about that in the last video about the habit. Yeah, but you can change it after a while when you think about the opposite perspective that you want to possess, you want to have in replace of the last one of the prior one. So let's just say if you are really hate LGBT people, and that's your current perspective, but you realize that they are not that bad, and you actually have some kind of like emotion to them, then for some reason you just feel like you like them and you don't hate LGBT people anymore, but it's gonna take a while for you to actually get rid of that mindset out of you. So in order to do that, you have to maybe if you don't have the environment where there's a lot of LGBT people around, then maybe you should go to YouTube, watch some video about LGBT. After that, after a while, when you develop some kind of emotional connection to LGBT people, maybe the prior perspective of yours maybe get disappear. It will just fade away after time and time. So that's a thing that about habit, right? You keep doing something that you want to possess, then eventually you will get them. So yeah, it's the same for mental health or any kind of perspective. You keep thinking that that's a correct perspective that you want to have. Then you just keep thinking about that. You keep enhance. Yep, enhance like the legitimate, legitimately, the legitimate of that notion, and then eventually you will have that kind of perspective of yours. And the same holds true for physical appearance. If you want to have a better body physique, then you just have to make a habit of going to gym, working out, and eventually after a few years, a few months, depends on people. But yeah, they will have it. So Jan here can be Jan about the appearance or about the mental illness, the mental health. Yeah, so I just mentioned about both of the aspects. So it could be should be work now. It should be work good now. What the fuck? And I have to calm down a little. I have all the time I need, so just calm down, relax, and think that English is your native language now. So that's nothing to worry about. Okay, so let's go to the next questions. Let me take a sip of water first. Just a tiny amount. Okay, so there's translation here. Người da có gì thay đổi không? That's the Vietnamese version. So the question is it easy for old people to chant? So I already talked about this. In the last questions, I already told you guys about this as well, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's an old people or it's a young one. It depends on the mindset that they have. So whether it's a growth mindset or actually, if you talk about like the majority, then old people should usually have a fixed mindset because in the young generation right now, the internet just explode, just being like device for a few years back in the time. So some old people who have not been interacted with this kind of technology, they usually possess fixed mindset. So it's extremely hard for them to change any kind of thing that they believe, change their belief about perspective or even about the physique. It's also hard for them to do them because maybe they like let's talk about some 50 years old woman, old woman. She wants to have a better physique. Maybe actually want to have a thin waist, but she afraid of going to gym because maybe she feels shy, and the reason is because she doesn't want to get out of her comfort zone, and that's also a result of possessing fix it myself. She's afraid of doing something she's not familiar with. I actually think that is popular, is common with a lot of people who even want to do something that they are not familiar with, right? Something outside of their comfort zone. But for someone who possesses a growth mindset, it should be easier for them to get out of their comfort zone of their purple. Okay, so yeah, that's the answer. Is it easy for people to change? No, that's the short questions. The short answer, yep, is gonna apply for the majority of all people. But yeah, let's keep going for the next questions. How can people change their daily routine if they want to? What do you mean by this? Their daily routine. What is daily routine though? It's like how they live or what they do in a day, So maybe it depends though. It's not like if you're talking about how they study or if you're talking about how they spend their life on to someone who already retired, it's going to be a different story, right? But for someone who is still a student, then it's also a different story. But here, maybe I will just gonna talk in an average somebody, an average person. So yeah, if you want to change their daily routine, I will prefer that as something they do in a day. Then I would love to say that you just have to do it. It's a habit. It's related to habit again. Yeah, habit is everywhere in our life. You should watch the last video. No, not the last one, but the episode number 5 on IELTS Mock-test. Yeah, I talk about a little about habit there, or maybe episode number 6. I don't know. But yeah, basically everything about doing something repeatedly is all related to habit. And routine is also part of them. Like routine is something that you keep doing it every day, right? Repeatedly. So that's also related to habit. Everything that get repeated is habit. Yeah, even your perspective is also a habit. but it's about the mental, so it has a different name that is perspective. That's all. But you can still call it a habit, behavior habit or thinking habit or whatsoever. Yeah, so it's also a habit. So if you want to change your daily routine, which means that you want to change your habit, right? Because let's just say prior state of you are usually you usually wake up at 6, but you will open your phone surfing through Facebook until 7 a.m. So that's your daily routine in your morning, right? 1 hour being wasted because of Facebook. And that's your habit. But you can also call it as a routine. But yeah, if you want to change this, you just need to change your behavior, your habit, your routine. So maybe the first thing to do is maybe you need to before you go to bed, you grab off the phone, you grab them and then you go to your parents' room. You put off the phone somewhere in in your parents' room, and then the next morning you don't have the phone. So at that 6 hour, at the 6 a.m., you don't have the phone to surf Facebook anymore. So that already a matter for you to get rid of that routine, right? To get rid of that habit. So yeah, you can save 1 hour of your life to do something that is more useful for you. So yeah, it's also something that I already mentioned about before. It is about making the bad habit harder for you to do. So yeah, you just don't have the phone. It's hard for you to go to Facebook, right? Yeah. So you don't have to put so much willpower on doing it. You just need to set up the environment. Yeah. So that's how you can change the daily routine. If you will want to do if you want to get rid of the bad routine, just like what I said before, you need to make it harder for you to do. And if you want to create another routine that you think that is good for you, maybe let's just say you want to wake up at 4 and go to the gym until 6, then you should let me think about the method, make it easy for you. So maybe at 4 when you wake up, maybe if you are a nearsighted person, maybe you should put your glasses somewhere down in your living room, and then when at 4 a.m. when you wake up, you have to grab your glasses, right? So you have to go to the living room. So in that process, you will be a little more awake because you have to move a little, so you'll be awake. And then at that moment, maybe you should put I think you should put your glasses onto your shoe. It sounds like a little disgusting, but it's not that bad though. Then if you grab your glasses from your shoes, maybe you should right after that you need to like put the shoe onto your foot, and you have used the shoe in your house as well, so that right after that you could think about going to the gym. Yeah, make it easier for you to do. So that's the way. If you want to know more about the habit, how to change your life, change your entire life, then you should read the book Atomic Habit. Highly recommended by me and every other. But yeah, that's the answer for the third question. Yeah. So let's keep going for the next one. We have all the time in the life, and currently have about 4 weeks until I have to apply for some job. So, and all the time I will spend on improving my fluency. That could be alright. Believe in yourself, and you can do it. Yeah, with just English, my life will be so much more bright. I can use it to make a living, and I can live a life with English because I'm an Asian. I'm an Asian. I can use my English to teach people and get a salary out of it. Yeah, a wage. Okay. Okay, no more off topic. Let's go for the next question then. Don't wait me about 10 seconds, alright? I'm not going to misclick this time, so don't worry. Okay, I'm back now. I'm not going to misclick this time, right? Just okay. The next question is what are the advantages? No. Let me see. What are the disadvantages when people keep making changes? What the fuck? What are the disadvantages when people keep making changes? The disadvantage when you change. Okay, so I think I know what's the disadvantage now. So I think it's the disadvantage come from the outside, not from the innate, from the people who is changing themselves. But maybe there's maybe people are gonna find a little uncomfortable while changing themselves, changing their perspective or something. Definitely is not pleasant. But yeah, because they already know that they were already trying to change themselves, which means that they know that it's gonna help them. So even though they don't feel pleasant doing it, but they still do it. Um, but they're not gonna feel too bad about it because they know that it's work for them, right? So the disadvantage, the real one, is come from the outside, from the other people around them. They're gonna tell them that, oh, you are not yourself anymore, just be yourself. What the fuck? Nah, yourself is a very like what is tương đối in English? What is tương đối? And we're gonna see what is this in English. It's a comparative, it's a relative term. It's a relative term. Your like your 10-year-old self and your next 5 years old self is a different person, right? You change everything from your body cells to your perspective and your brain cells and everything. But memory is still be kept. But anyway, I already told you guys that perspective, personality can be changed, right? So yeah, you need to change to evolve to some better version of yourself. So yeah, other people are just gonna say that, oh, you are trying to do something that you're not supposed to be. Then yeah, damn it. And maybe because of all those words, it's gonna embed you, make you feel like you don't want to change yourself anymore, and you become like the older self of yours, and you just are not the beta. It's just like a grabs in a barrel. Once there's a crab that was is very close to get out of the barrels. There's some crabs down there gonna hold them, gonna like jump up and hold the crab that is on the mouth, the barrel corner, and they're gonna pull it down whatsoever. I don't know whether you can understand this or not, but yeah, it's because it's the outside. The defenses come from the outside. That yes, that's all. Writing big essays outlines for the soul. Essays, right?
essay,
Damn, it's gonna be too loud. Essays,
essay,
essays. Modern technology and social relationships. The fuck is gonna be a fucking tough topic to talk about, bro. Is a writing bad. It's gonna take up for about 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It's extremely hard though. Modern technology and social relationships. Many people think modern communication technology is having some negative effects on social relationships. Did you agree or disagree? Modern communication technology, you means that it's like long distance communication method, right? Like it's like video call and stuff. It's having some negative effects on social relationships. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so I hope that the question is about do we understand you agree or disagree? It could be ideal. It could be more ideal, but yeah, whatsoever. And we're just gonna prefer to talk to answer in that way. So yeah, I will agree and disagree at the same time. It depends on the aspect that I am talking about. So let me explain to you. Modern communication technology, that's most likely just two basic form of it. It is chatting and it is video calling. So with chatting, you can only tap out the words, the text to the other side of the people. And but video call, you can actually see their face and talk to them in your voice with your voice. So that's the two main method of communicating right now using the technology. And usually on the older form, like the older form of communication, people actually need to meet them, the other people to talk, right? But actually they can actually send some letter, some letter, like some physical mail to other people. It's also a way of communication before in the old day, but it took a little bit of time. But yeah, still, but I don't think we should mention about that. It doesn't have anything to do much. But yeah, and do agree that it has some negative effect on social relationship. No, actually, it has some negative effect on the other aspect, not about social relationships. Oh fuck! So the topic is talking about social relationships. So I think that I will fully disagree with this. Oh, okay. So my answer is just gonna disagree with this notion because I wanted to agree to that it's gonna have some negative effect on the other thing, not about relationships, not about the social relationship, because Oh, actually, I just think back about this. It actually does. Because like okay, we just have a quick talk about this first. And the reason why I agree that it's gonna have some negative effects is because texting, when you are texting, it's like there's some research that it says that when you communicate with other people, um like more than 50% of what you deliver is convey using your emotion on your face, which means that you need to see other people's face when you're communicating. The words just gonna affect for about 20%. So that's why some people they don't talk really good, but because the emotion and stuff is so strong that they can still convey themselves with other people when they try to talk about something. But yeah, when you're texting, you are lack of some of the aspect, is especially the face and the emotion, which play a part of more than 80%, 80%, but it is lack when you are texting. And then maybe like let me give you an example, a detailed one. So maybe a lot of people nowadays they propose themselves to their girls using texting method, and then someday when they actually meet in real life, they feel shy, they feel embarrassed, they don't know what to say, and that relationship is ruined, right? It's happened to everyone. Every teenagers nowadays, they prefer texting a lot. Here, just look at this, people texting a lot in here of the group place. People just texting, where with the lack of their face, with their appearance, so it's gonna affect a lot when they actually meet those people in real life, in one-on-one, and they don't know what to say. Okay, so that's the negative effect on this. There's some negative effect on the social relationship because yeah, when you meet those people offline in person, is also you are forming a relationship, but because prior time you just spend time chatting with them, so that's why when you actually see them, you cannot form a good relationship with them anymore. So yeah. That's the negative effects, then the side effect that I want to talk about. So to that extent, I agree. But also, there's some part that I want to disagree that is also help you to increase your social relationship. And let me talk about that. I don't know why, but I don't feel like I want to talk much about this anymore. So I think I should take my time because I am being rushed so and being rushed because I think that I need to speak in a short period of time, just like in an IELTS test. Because when you take the real exam, you're just gonna have 15 minutes for your full of your speech. So if you did something wrong, or maybe you're talking too much without so good detail or vocab, then your test, you're gonna get a very bad score. So that's why maybe because that reason I am being very hustle right now. But now my purpose is to improve my fluency. So just take your time and speak naturally. Take your time, talk about the topic. That's all. Okay, so let me take about 5 minutes rest. All right, then I will go back. Okay, let's get back to our journey. Because but yeah, from now on I will have to take my time. There's nothing to worry to hustle about. So yeah, let's get into the next questions. Actually, the last one I have not finished yet. Or yet, I did finish it, right? The last question was about a writing, but it was a writing, actually, yeah, originally it is a writing section, but I decided to speak about it. But yeah, I think I just finished it already, so anyway, let's move on to another questions, actually. Because yeah, I don't even want to talk about the same questions anymore, same topic. Because right now, there's nothing to roast. I have all the day in my life, in my day here. I have all the time in my day. So just take your time, speak to improve your fluency. That's all. So yeah, let's keep doing that. Let's go for the next question then. This is from an old day, cause it's from 18th June here, and it's already July now. So yeah, doesn't matter anyway. Do you like the morning or evening? And you know what? I actually want to lie on my bed instead of sitting in my chair here. I don't feel comfortable. I actually want to lie on my bed. It feels more pleasant. I don't know. Can I do it? Yeah, actually, I think I can, but not with my computer. I cannot move my computer to my bed, actually. So, yeah, I still have to sit here. Oh, it's got a sad and my throat is so sore right now. Don't know why, but when I speak English, after a few hours, my throat just feels so sore. I don't know how to treat it. Maybe let's take a cup of maybe honey. Honey would help, but I don't have any, so fuck it, bro. Anyway, speaking part one, do you like the morning or the evening? Let's go for this, huh? You have all the time in this day, so just take it. No one is hustling you, so you don't have to rush. Let's talk about, do you like the morning or the evening? The evening is at night, is not afternoon in the different words. So morning and evening, I would prefer evening because in the morning I just get up from my sleep. So at that time I still feel kinda dizzy and not really like recover from the sleep. Maybe because maybe because of the lack of sleep. Because I don't think that I have enough 8 hours of sleep every day. So maybe that's why after I wake up from a long sleep, I don't feel like I get replenished from that. So that's why in the morning I don't feel like I am ready to do any task because I was kind of dizzy at the time. So in the evening though is a contractory. What is that the correct word? Contrary. In the contrary, yeah, contrary though. In the evening, I don't know why, but I feel I have the most figure to do whatever I want to in that moment, in this period of a day. So in the evening, let's just say I already finished my dinner when I'm talking about this, then it should be around 8 p.m. right now, and even later than that. So from 8 to maybe midnight, 0, right? 0 a.m. At that moment, I feel like I have the most figure in my life. I can do whatever I do. I feel pretty powerful. It doesn't like it. It's not about how strong I am, but I feel like I'm ready to do the task. So maybe I would prefer choosing. I would prefer the evening instead of the morning. Yeah. Let's keep going to the next question then. Maybe actually, I think I should talk more about the topic because we are gonna run out of questions. So yeah, let's talk more about the topic then. But in order to do that, I actually want to lie on my bed. I don't think I can do this for any longer. Why I'm sitting on this fucking shitty chair? This is annoying. Do you know that? This is annoying. Fuck, bro. It's 3:30 now. You can see on my right corner, on the top right corner, you can see it's 15:37 now. Actually, let me grab some snack for me. Okay, so I got my snack here. It is some spring roll seaweed. It's pretty delicious. So yeah, let's eat this while I'm speaking. Mm. It's pretty salty, but it's good. So where we currently are. We just finished this question, right? Do you like the morning or evening? I already chose the evening. So this is gonna be my next question. What do you usually do in the evening? Mm. This is a pretty private question to ask, but it's hard to me. I don't know. What do you usually do in the evening, right? So even in here, I will prefer that it's already after my dinner, so it is around 8 p.m. So at this moment, um, my ideal thing to do is that I keep studying at this moment, but usually, recently, like a few months ago here, actually yesterday and like a few months ago, what I did is just maybe watch some YouTube video, but definitely all those video was in English. The people in the video they talk in English, Yep, everything is in English, so at least I can still watch some English video. So it's also a very good thing to do if you want to improve your English skills. But my actually intention is that I want to improve my speaking skills, not my listening. But because all those video was pretty tempting to me, it was like fun video and stuff. So that's why I was being hooked for that. So that's why I spend most of the time of my evening watching all those bullshit video. I would love to say so because even though it's fun, it's pretty relaxed while I'm watching them. But it's not my intention to do that. I I want it. I wanted to improve my speaking instead of watching those videos though. So it's kind of sad. Mm. The snack is good. It is seaweed and it's salty. But yeah, I wonder whether you guys can hear my chewing sounds or not. But I hope that's not gonna be too annoying. What are they talking about here? This is my classroom chat box here. Yeah, in my university, we have some chat box here in Facebook. Facebook is the most popular media platform, social media platform for Vietnamese to use. So yeah, basically everyone use Facebook here in Vietnam. Um, can you hear the sound? It's so fucking crunchy. It's good. Also, they're talking about the next exam. Tomorrow we have an exam, the end semester exam for my first years in college in university. I have not learned anything, but I don't even want to learn that because eventually I will pass that subject because the midterm exam, and the score that's the thing that what I call the roll call, like the take attendance task. It also gives us some score, so I got a full score on them in this subject. So even I got even if I got a score of 1 in my final test here, I can still pass the subject. So I have nothing to worry about this. So I'm not going to learn anything because it's so annoying. We have to study from the beginning of the semester to the end to take this exam. It's so fucking annoying. Who even wants to study the whole thing again though? Yeah, actually I didn't learn anything during the process of learning it. So now if I want to take the exam, I have to study from the beginning. I have to start studying at my home here, and I only will have 1 day because tomorrow afternoon I have to take the exam already. So now I was just gonna wing it. Fuck the exam. Hmm. This is going to fuck. There's nothing really cool here though. Maybe let's have some little more talk about the evening here. What should it be though? What do I do in the evening, huh? Or maybe in the afternoon. What about that? So right now I don't have anything much to do rather than going to my school, to my university. And the other time I am free. I have a lot of free time here. And most of the time I spend on improving my English skills. Cause I have a goal, I have a plan for my future here. That is, in the next 4 weeks, I will spend the next 4 weeks to improve my fluency to get to a little bit more higher level, and then in the end of the next 4 weeks, I will apply for some English teaching assistant. Yep, I will have to apply for some job using my English here. I've been spending a lot of time on improving my English now, and I don't think I can spend more time for this. I actually have to use my current English level to make some living now. But actually, like, don't get me wrong, I don't really need the money because right now I'm the first year college student. I still live with my parents, so I don't have much thing to worry about the salary, the money to take care of myself. Right now I'm the first year college. I just need to get a job. But in Vietnam, just with English, you can already have a fucking salary that is higher than the average using English. And with my current English level here, I think I can already do that. So And my major in university is not English. It is about IT. It is the same. It's similar to computer science. I think most of you guys have heard about that. But in Vietnam, in my college here, it has a different name. It is information technology. I wonder whether you guys are familiar with that name or not. But yeah, it's the same for computer science. So if you know about that, you can relate it to my field, to my subject, to my major here. Mm, this is grungy. Mm, but you know what? I have some disease. I don't know whether it's considered a disease or not, but my hand and my feet is sweating so much, especially during summer. Right now it's summer here. It's kind of hard. The mustard. The mustard, right? Let me check for the words in English. The moisture, humidity. Nah, there's not the word for that. The moisture on the air, moisture on the air. It's like maybe it's 70% or something. It is so hard that it makes me sweating so much. My hand and my feet is kind of annoying because I am holding the snack on my left hand right now, and it is sweating. And combined with the oily, the cheesy, the oil on the seaweed, it makes everything so much harder for me to hold the snack or something. It feels like it's kind of like dirty or something like that. It's annoying. Mm, but the snack is good. So maybe let's talk a little about the afternoon. How about the afternoon? Are you curious about that? I am not because it's my schedule. I already know about that. Mm, so let's talk about, a little about the afternoon, huh? Mm. So I already told you guys that I am still a student right now, right? So besides of the time that I have to go to my university, all the lap time that I have in the day, it's a free time. But mostly I will stay at my house, at my home, because right now my goal is to master English, not going out, hanging out with friends or anything to make a circle, to make a relationship or any kind. Right now it's not my time to do that. I prefer stay at my home to study English only, so that's what I've been doing for the last few months. I'm in my home study English. That's all. So in the afternoon, actually I have some subject in my university in the afternoon to study. But yeah, after I finish them, I will just go back home and study English. And you know what? My thought on studying at university is kind of annoying because IT is actually the field, the major that I loved before, and right now I am still. But I don't feel like I know that the job is not gonna bring me a good salary anymore, and I have to work 8 hours a day every day for 10 years, 20 years to get me to a good place position on some kind of company, and it is around maybe 20 million Vietnamese dong, and it's nothing. It's nothing compared to my goal about 100 million Vietnamese dong a month. That's my goal, and it's just my minimum goal though. So I just realized that with English, I can use my English to become some kind of popular man to some extent, and from that, I use my English to apply for some English center job at that place. I can already earn millions of Vietnamese dong. Also, English is just a language. Is different from other like job like a worker, maybe some IT. Let's just say some IT guys. They are programmer. They have to sit in front of the desk of the computer coding all the time from the morning to the afternoon. It's kind of annoying. But with English, it's a different job. So look at this. Maybe I will just go to class. Teaching people English, and you will talk to them with the least effort I have to put on my side here, because English. When I be able to transform English into my native language, another native language, then it's actually I have to put no effort on teaching them English because it's just like I'm talking some another language to them. It's just like we are having some conversation in my native language, so there's no effort have to be put on them, to be all put on the work, right? So it's extremely normal and feel so pleasure while doing that, and I can still earn a fucking good salary from that. So much better than some like company job. So yeah, English is gonna be the goal here. And besides that, I can use English to become popular, become famous, and then from that, I can get some like some sponsor, some advertisement that I have some contract with them, contract, and yeah, from the advertisement, from the sponsor, I can earn a lot more money rather than just working. So yeah, and I already told you guys that I want to become like Dan Bilzerian, right? A man that fuck 10 girls in a day. So yeah, definitely I need to get some job that give me a lot of money in order to do that, to fulfill that wishes of me, become like Dan Bilzerian. Definitely English is the key here. Okay, let me take another bite of my snack here. It's crunchy. So maybe let's move on to the next question then. What did you do in the evening when you were little? What the fuck is it all about the evening? So what happened if I just prefer choosing the morning? The morning, the morning is my favorite part of the day rather than evening. Because I chose evening before, right? And now the next two following question is about evening. Damn. So they should have some slides and they include the other part, right? In the evening or morning. And what did you do in the evening or in the morning when you were little? Yeah, that would be more ideal. That would be more rational. But anyway, what did you do in the evening when you were little and why? When I was still a kid, huh? How little do you want me to become? You want to talk about when I was a toddler, or when I was in elementary school, or when I was in high school? I don't know. It is still considered a little, why? When I was little, because it is my younger self of me. It's a younger self of me, so it's definitely little. But there's some part that it is a little more little than the other one. Maybe in elementary, or toddler, or in kindergarten. Mm. And speaking of kindergarten, the reason why kids have to go to kindergarten is not compulsory. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I heard that kindergarten in some developed country is extremely expensive, right? Even and like especially in the U.S. Kindergarten, when you have to like bring your child to someone else to take care of, is extremely expensive in some developed country. In Vietnam, it's not expensive because everyone had to bring the child to kindergarten for the only one reason. It is because they are busy for the work. They work from the morning until the afternoon, maybe from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So they don't have time to take care of the child during the day. That's why they have to bring the child to the kindergarten. That's most likely the reason, though. Yeah, because they don't have time to play with the kid. And you know what? After like kindergarten, maybe they have to be in there. The child have to be in there for about 3 years, I guess. But yeah, after that time, most of the time they spend on interacting with their teachers. So don't you think that their personality will be inherited from the teacher instead of the parents? That's so weird. Mm, the snack is good. But let's talk about when I was in kindergarten. I don't even think that I can recall any of the event there, of the events there. But so maybe let's try to think about high school. High school is cool. Yeah, so let's go for high school first and then go back to middle high school. It's also fun. The snack is good. What up, guys? Finally, I'm back here. Okay, I would tarry around this Facebook for a while, and now I'm back. It was fuck. Anyway, let's get back to speaking. Let's see. I would just finish the first questions, right? Now, I think that I'm going to talk about this third question here. I'm talking about my high school day, my high school when I was in high school. What I've been doing, what had I been doing there in the evening, in the afternoon? Okay, so let's talk about the afternoon then. Then because in the evening, I don't think that I can recall much of the events that have passed before. So yeah, so let's go for the afternoon. So when I was in high school, it was a pretty good time because the class there was nothing special about it, but there was a man in the classroom. That man actually there's no I didn't have a good relationship with him in the first 2 years in my high school though. But in the last years in my high school, in my senior year, there was something that actually changed my entire life. I had some connection with him for some reason. He decided to give me a shot. Like I don't know, like he decided to play with me. So it was a pretty good journey with me. Like I learned a lot from him though. He is now still an alpha man. Yep, he's an alpha, and I was a beta, and I think right now I am still kind of a beta. I'm not yet transformed myself to an alpha yet. But yeah, that dude, he was an alpha, and definitely everyone wants to learn that trait from him. And me, I am not the exceptional. So yeah, that dude, I learned from a lot from him, from the way that he treat other people, the way he talk, and his personality and stuff. Definitely, it was cool. He is actually, yep, he was definitely a playboy, 100% an authentic playboy. Yeah, because of that dude, only for that 1 year in my high school already changed my entire life after that. Cause I think that if I wouldn't meet him there, wouldn't have met him there, then I don't think I have myself here right now. I have myself here right now, cause he changed my perspective. He changed my perspective. So if I didn't, I if I didn't like meet him, then I am still beta. Didn't even have a mindset or thought to change myself at all. So yeah, it's definitely. I was so grateful to be in that classroom, maybe because things would have things could have gone wrong much worse than this. So yeah, in high school, I love that last years in my high school. I love that. I really respect that dude. Really grateful to be with him. Anyway, that was in my high school. So how about in my middle school? There's nothing much cool there, but there's a thing here that is I had a friend in my middle school. It was fun. Oh, not actually. It's not in middle school, but it's in my elementary school. At that time, I was still a kid, right? I didn't have so good but what is this called? Um, Perceptive or whatsoever. What is that called? Perceptive. Is that how it called? Perception. Okay, so when I try I try in elementary school, they have not developed a good perspective at all, right? Maybe at least need to go up to middle school. That's like their consciousness, their cognitive have not been developed good yet. So at that time, I am still a kid with poorly instinct. Whatever I did, it was all instinct. Because at that moment, my cognitive have not been developed fully yet. So yeah, most of the time, most of what I did in the past, like when I was a toddler, when I was in kindergarten, it is all instincts behavior of a man, of a woman. No, not a woman, of a human. So yeah, at the time, I did however experience depression. Yep, actually experienced depression myself when I was in 8th grade, not in elementary. So elementary school at that time, I was having a guy, maybe some of my closest friend there when I was a child, when I was in elementary school, and the dude he was fun, having a close friend, I have not ever have any other friends, close friend like that. After when I get into middle school, I don't have a close friend anymore. Kind of sad. But yeah, I will make one when I start using my English to make a living. I will try to get some close friend who have the same minded, like-minded person. Yeah. So anyway, at that moment, I have that man as a close friend. It was fun, and everything that I did before, all my behavior is just instinct behavior of human. So it was fun at that time. And it's not even afternoon. Okay, I've gone off topic, but it's fine. Okay, let's talk more about it then. Or not, actually, the goal is that I need to talk about the topic, not to talk some random topic, because you've been talking about some random topic for all the time, so it's not gonna help you anymore. Because if you want to get out of the intermediate plateau, you have to do something else that you have not done before. And talking about some random topic is what you did all the time. So now you need to bypass that and talk directly to the topic that you are talking about, that you are being requested to talk about. Okay, so I think let's move on to the next question then. And after 9 more minutes, I will end this video here. What did you do in the evening when you were little? Now, let's move on. Are there any differences between what you do in the evening now and what you did in the past? Definitely, 100%. And the reason why is that I grow up, I get more mature, so that's why it changed. It just changed, it just happened. And those, yeah, the short answer is yes. And let me talk more detail about that. So right now, I'm a freshman. I'm a first year university student. And right now, I realize that how necessary it is to do something that's gonna help your future, help your life, like studying, uh, doing something that could help you increase your skills, some kind of skills, might be soft skills or hard skills. And you need to develop some kind of habit, some kind of hobby, and that you can do in your free time. But also, it can also help you improve yourself or whatsoever. Yeah, it's totally different from the past when I was more naive about the life, about life. It was being life was being at the time when I was in high school, when I was in a middle school. I I didn't think much about my life. The time what I wanted to think, what I was curious about, it's just like what's the game that I should play. Uh, what am I going to do in the tomorrow, or what the games that I'm going to watch, what's the movies, what the game that I'm going to watch to play tomorrow. So yeah, all the things that I was doing when I was young, they did nothing to help me to improve myself. Of the thing of the hobby that I developed, I possessed in the past, they couldn't help me anything. They're just gonna entertain me and that's all. But for now, when I get grow up, I am more major. My habit, it needs to be something that I can enjoy. It can entertain me. But during that time, it also can help me as well. It can help me some aspect of my life. Maybe right now in my free time I want to watch some English video. I can actually, yeah, it can entertain me because I was been watching them several times right now here, like yesterday or like a few months ago. I've been watching YouTube video, English video, yeah, definitely. Because I can like understand more than 90% of what it said on the video, and also I can improve my listening skill, and also yeah, it can entertain me. The concept in the video is fun, yeah. So my hobby is now something that can entertain me and can also help me in some aspect of me. It's different from the past, which is just gonna entertain me only, yeah, not gonna help anything. So it's not the biggest difference. The only thing that I want to talk about. And if you want to be more detailed, then the habit that I'm having right now maybe is more practical than the past. I don't know. Like right now, my hobby is that I want to not play game anymore, not playing game. Because as I know, everyone who some guy get to some certain extent of success, they will they will recommend their old self to not play games so much because all of the time is being wasted. It's just gonna entertain you, but not gonna help you anything. Yeah, I will advise that every rich people, everyone who get to some success, get some success to some extent, they will recommend their past self to not play games so much. It happens to everyone. They realize that it's not going to help them. And you need to develop some habit, some hobby that could help you. Yeah, you can understand, you can feel pleasant while doing it, but also can help you to some increase some skills, and that's all. 5 more minutes. Let's go. A writing part here, another writing. An essay exercise outline. Outline is a background, a format, a form or something. For these questions, completely agree. What the fuck is this word? University places for young people. It is neither possible nor useful for a country to provide university places for a higher proportion of young people. To what extent do you agree or disagree? I don't even understand the question here. It is neither possible nor useful. It is neither possible, so which means that nor useful. So it means that it is impossible and it is useless for a country to provide university places for a higher proportion of young people. The fuck it is supposed to mean? Provide university places. What the fuck is university places? What the fuck is university places? It's like several university for people to attend or what? The fuck? It's like maybe about infrastructure or something or what? Infrastructure for the university or what? Or you want to have some more university in your city so that young people can have a larger choices to choose or something, because maybe it's too far away, the university is too far away, so that they have to move to another city. So I think that's what they mean. Because right now nowadays, like there's some city that has a very low university in the city, so for that reason they have to move to another city to study there, to study the university there. Some may decide to go to the capital of the country, some may just go to the like nearby city which has the university that they wanted to attend. So yeah, maybe that's what they meant. Provide more university in a lot more city. Okay, so that's the questions. Oh, no, it's not the questions actually. It's just like the other part of the question, and the real question is that um it is it is impossible and useless to provide more university in the city. Okay, so do you agree or disagree? Why is it impossible, and why is it useless? What the fuck? This is gonna be a very tough question here. So, you're talking about that it is impossible to have some more university in a city, and it is also useless. Why is that? Okay, so maybe there must be a reason for that choice, right? Yeah, definitely. And I think that I can relate it some of them now. And maybe here is got there's some city that maybe the population is not so much. Maybe that's the main reason. So that's why they decided not to build some few more university there, because not so much people are gonna go to that city to study. Because maybe there's some city, the population of the city is just gonna have about like 10,000 people there, but there's the nearby city has over about 100 million, no, 100,000. So maybe that's why they decided not to build a university in that low population city. Yeah, that's also a factor there, so I can agree with that, because like it's gonna cost a lot of like got a lot of expense and like cost. It costs a lot to do that, right? And the effect is not so effective as well, because the city doesn't have so much people there. So that's the first reason why. And is it useless? I don't think that it can be useless though, because even though if there's just only one student, it's gonna be useless, because you can still teach them at least one people there, so it's not gonna be useless. Yeah, but impossible is not impossible. It's just hard, and it's just not effective to do that. So yeah, I agree to some extent, because just like what I said, the reason why they decided not to build so much university in random city, I can agree with that. but I also want to disagree. But the reason why I disagree is that I'm not suggesting you guys to build some few more university at those city, but I suggest you guys to that you guys should like provide some more money to the people in some like urban city, some outskirts, in some suburb place, some more living expense for them to move to another city to study university there. So that would be ideal, right? But anyway, I think that's enough for this video, and I want to end the recording here. Because I think it's enough now. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright? Okay, so goodbye and have a great day.